Well, I find working on the album, I love the fact that the songs are very diverse to each other, and it has been like that since Watermark. You know, the fact that when I go to the studio to write a melody, I'm not sure what that melody is going to be, if it's going to be in Gaelic, if it's going to be in English, if it's going to be an instrumental. I basically go to the studio and it's like having a blank canvas. There is that, personal, emotional feeling, with working on the music, but there is that spiritual feeling as well. It's important, to take time out. And, this is something that I've been doing, for a long time to, for me, I can, go into a church where there's nobody there and sit there, and it's a very therapeutic and very calming moment, and I think that kind of, I capture that moment, and then it seems to, evolve, that very sort of beautiful moment can evolve within the music, With my childhood, there was so much music happening around me, and that has a great influence on me. And it's, to my parents, my grandparents, they were involved in music, and I come from a very big family and very happy sort of memories of my childhood.
Yeah. How many of you were there?
There's 9 in the family. I have 4 brothers and 4 sisters.
And where do you fit?
I am, I like to put it, the 4th youngest.
The 4th? Now, this particular part of the world is very much a Gaelic area, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've spoken to you about this before, and I envy your ability to speak such great Gaelic. How much Gaelic did you speak when you were young?
Well, it was all Gaelic I spoke until I went to school, which was around 3 or 4, and then I would have learned how to speak English. But that's all I heard, because around here they only speak Gaelic. And
you sing a lot in Gaelic now, do you?
Yes, it's because it's my first language, so I'm extremely comfortable when it comes to, I can express myself so much better in Gaelic.
Now, you're going to sing one of your songs for us, and which is called Lehe Gam Noge, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know enough to know that is the sort of the lovely days of my youth, and the sort of bright and happy days of my youth. When and why did you write that one?
I think we had decided we'd like to work on an Irish song, and it was in the vein of traditional Irish music.
Now, just for people who are going to listen to the song now, just tell us what the rest of the words are going to say, so they can try and follow it as it goes along.
Well, it's basically written in a lament form. It's Ohona Sohono, which is crying, and it's really crying on the loss of my youth, and it's gone forever, and it's basically talking about the happy memories I had of my childhood.
You haven't lost your youth yet.
new age, it's pop, it's rock, it's classical.
It's church.
I've had so many different categories, and it's something I don't really concern myself with. I find once I finish the album, I cut the ribbon. I have finished with it, and it's really up to the public and the media then to decide whatever they want. Because it was filmed in Ireland, I think they feel there's a connection there, and they think it would help the movie. And I'm talking about, from my viewpoint, and seeing it shot in my country, which is in the northwest of Ireland, in an area called Gweedore, and it's in a Gaeltacht area, which means you're brought up speaking Gaelic as your first language. I went to school to learn to speak English, and within this area as well, there's a lot of Irish traditional music played and heard. We've spent 2 years together in a studio and completely isolated and cut away from what's happening musically or anything else, and therefore it's very difficult to know what the reaction to the music's going to be, and therefore going platinum, I'm absolutely thrilled at this news.
free.